else to say. The scoreline says it all. Wait, credit to West Ham. They're better than us. They wanted it more than us. They took the chances more than us. They were more street smart than us. They stopped us playing out from the back. They were very competitive. They made it difficult and fouled us. They were rigid with low blocks when they needed to. I think they were quality, in my opinion. I actually think they were quality in terms of building out from the back. You're seeing Mavropanos dribble down the wing like he's Ronaldo. Is it a guard? That was a sexy pass for the second goal where they just cut us open. Paqueta's trying flicks and that, like, boy, at least the only positive is the clean sheets. There's technically no injuries, no more injuries, and the clean sheet got ruined. That's the only positives. We were outmatched, outfought. As much as West Ham were better than us, they respectfully, I've praised them. They weren't amazing. We defeated ourselves. We shot ourselves in the foot. We didn't start this game well. We didn't come out in the second half well enough. You know, and that's really where the game was lost at 1-0 after a little dodgy Benjamin White thing. You can kind of somewhat sympathize with that, expect that. But they came out like they were losing. Really, they did the basis that we didn't. They wanted it more than us. As I always say, there's no shame in losing a football game, you know. But if a team can say they outfought you and you didn't play to your maximum, then you shouldn't sleep today. Your conscience should keep you up. There needs to be another training session at London Stadium. None of you even probably need a shower. None of you could be dirty. None of you could sweat. None of you could be sweating today. Horrible. Horrible. Certain squad players, maybe because they started in the last game, believe their source. I don't want to be, you know, you can imagine Ramsdale versus Raya is going to be a hot topic today. Zinchenko, obviously Zinchenko, terrible defensively. The first goal annoyed me. Maybe Ramsdale could have done better. Maybe he was pulled. Benjamin White smoking something special there. Even with the way he's attempted to head up, but the build up to that, Gabriel had to give away the corner because Benjamin White is sleeping. The second goal, I'm not really that vexed at it, you know, because it's a effing bloody great pass from the left-sided centre-back from West Ham, but still, like, we're letting them play out from the back. We're not aggressive. We're not pressing. The pass has killed Zinchenko. To be fair, as much as I'm criticising Zinchenko for switching off for the first, you actually were switched on for the second. You're just not good enough defensively, and Kudus has cut you open. The third goal, the second goal, that was the third goal, boy, like, maybe Ramsdale could have done better. It, you know, in real time, I do think, to be fair to him, that is coming at you very quickly, and it has taken the deflection of Kirill. Benjamin White's clearance is nonchalant. Declan Rice is the only one flinging his body in front to not allow Bowen to score. Football is about asking yourselves the right questions and making the right choices. Can we say we did that? Mikel Arteta, the subs, man. I don't know how Fabio Vieira got 90 minutes. Fair enough, he got an assist. Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, all them man there needed to come on a lot sooner. And if they weren't going to come on, could you have started them? Jorginho, I actually think he played all right in the first half. But when it became clear he needed to come out of gas, came out of gas, that sub should have happened. As a lot of us said in this watch along, for me, Tomiyasu should have come on at half time. I don't think that second goal happens just because Tomiyasu's taller than him and is a bit more switched on. Horrible game, man. Disappointed to go out the cup. Obviously, you want to win them all. Disappointed in the level of the performance. Disappointed in that it does knock a bit of the wind out of your sails going into the Newcastle game. But all you can do is congratulate West Ham and keep it moving. Like, there's genuinely not much more that you can say. There's no positives, you know. I would say that is the worst. And I've probably said that against Lens. I've definitely said that in the first half against Chelsea, or for 77 minutes till we got signed out of the game. I didn't feel the first half was terrible. But in relation to what I saw in the first and the second, that's our worst 90 minutes of football. Hopefully that never happens again. So yeah, credit to West Ham, but we was on a play thing today. We was doing Mickey Mouse stuff. We deserve to lose. We defeated ourselves. Credit to West Ham. Hope we go and win the trophy. So at least I can sit here on the shameless one and say, "Rah, boy, we lost to the winners." But there was no invention in our play. There was no intention in our play. We can have all this possession in the world. There has to be something to it. You know, West Ham. David Moyes probably weren't even happy with that. We got fists up, bro. Fists up by them. As I was saying before, I distracted myself. David Moyes was probably vexed at halftime with what he saw with his team in hindsight, because they wanted a lot more than us. Like, they even, like, their second goals, people, their second and third goals, sorry, that was their first two shots on target. And actually, 30 odd seconds, if we all remember correctly, like, the first 30 seconds, West Ham warned us. First 30 seconds in that second half, they warned us, or 45 seconds. Who don't hear must feel. Why you always got to put your hand in the fire to know something's hot? And it just shows we have this element of making things harder for ourselves, self-capitulating. We have to lick our wounds and go again. You know, in life, the greatest thing and the saddest thing is that it goes on, so we can cry and feel sorry for ourselves, or we can slap ourselves in the face, say we got what we deserved out of life, and keep it moving. It is what it is, man. Like, boy, that's how it goes sometimes, dog. Like, that's it. Like, boy. Let's just hope, when we play another team that ends in United, we're a lot better, man, because them man are beating United at the moment. I'm sure a lot of you lot's TVs have flicked over to that, bro. Horrible, fam. Horrible, fam. And that's what annoys. Yes, the performance and going out annoys me, but like any game that we can't sit here and say, yo, you know what? We gave our maximum. It's unacceptable, bro. At Arsenal Football Club still, like it's jarring. Like Mikel Arteta, bro, halftime and the first 10, that's you lot were ramping, man. Like, credit to West Ham. Big up David Moyes. It couldn't have happened to a nice guy, really, truly. Like, I don't care about Man United going out. I don't care about none of that, man. Big up Kudus, man. He dealt with us. Put some respect on VAR's name. Maybe VAR rules out the first one, but boy, like prevention is better than cure. That Benjamin Whitehead, that's one of them freak things that happens. But the moment that led to that corner, we were not switched on defensively. When you play West Ham, the transitions, they will punish you. And they did exactly that. The second goal, if I was a West Ham fan, I'd be moving crazy over that, man. I'd be moving absolutely crazy over that, if I'm completely honest. So, yeah, man. I don't know about pacing sales for the season. Unless you've heard me say that, please don't bring foolishness to my door. No worries, man. Now you're free to run your agendas. Odegaard found his shooting boots. We left with something. Boy, Odegaard scored a goal. He's only been missing for about 10 weeks. Kai Havertz, first game, we could say, all right, you was all right today. Other than that, boy, there's no positives, man. The positives is that it's a sobering reminder that any of these players who really believe in their source, you've not achieved nothing yet. I don't know about this Arteta out stuff and all this stuff. There's nothing I can say that makes you feel better. I don't know how. Do you know what Arteta's move's been backed up? Because at the end of the day, Vieira got an assist. But hindsight's a wonderful thing. I don't know how Vieira was on the pitch longer than 45 to 60 minutes. Should have changed early, man. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. I said from the get-go, no defensive presence in midfield, and with Zini at left back, we were going to get ran over. My head said 2-1 to West Ham, but 3-0 with no attacking threat, almost as bad as Chelsea. 90% pass completion midfield, all getting below a 3. Learn how to drop and help the defense. It's peak because this was a very winnable cup. No City or Spurs. I think this is Newcastle's to win. But you can't create space and just jog around. The way Odegaard was moving around, we missed that all game. The very fact that I saw Odegaard score, forget that. He had a shot on target. What did he do that qualifies as making him a better player? Nice moment maintaining. Because who are you referring to there? It's suicidal to rock up at in games like anytime you need to be switched on defensively, Zini's not your guy. Let's look at it another way. Havertz looking good because the team quality is poor today. To be fair, that was a strong West Ham team. And Kai Havertz didn't turn up against Sheffield United, so I allow him today, man. I allow him today. Havertz, you tried, didn't it? Like, I won't get at Kai today, man. Kai Havertz might be one of the worst signings, but today, best thing since sliced bread. Ain't where Arsenal's concerned, anyways. I was referring to Havertz. We got rid of Balogun Freddie. It is what it is, man. Where is all this Havertz slander coming from? I didn't say anything about Havertz. Really. No positive, just a painful reminder. Bro, like, don't get big for your boots, so you're in issues. Bar is on the floor for Havertz. He didn't do anything of note all game. No one done anything of note, but at least Havertz put himself about, man. At least I can say, yeah, you know what? First time, and the bar's in hell for Havertz. I'm not being funny. 65 odd million. People are talking about watching games again and press metrics and little cameos off the bench, and he's looking better as an impact sub. Of course, the bar's in hell for Kai Havertz. But with that low bar, I think you did all right today, Kai. Like, Kai Havertz, Jorginho, until you lost your powers in the second half. Kirill, you lost your powers in the second half. Trossard, you lost your powers in the second half. Nelson, you lost your powers in the second half. These were guys that were doing half decent, but we're a team, innit? Like, it don't matter how bad or good one guy was. We win together, we lose together, innit? It is what it is. It's a terrible way to start the new month of November. We survived the spooky October. At least we're still in 3 other cups. Count your blessings, really and truly. Count your blessings, because I'd rather you do this now than against West Ham in the league, even though it's all the same to me. You know, football's a competitive game. Need to get your act together. Anyone that's head still at the Emirates with that Sheffield United game against relegation fodder, you need to pull your finger out immediately. Immediately. Kai turned up. And if I respectfully to Kai Havertz, I'm not gonna lie. If you're one of your teammates and Kai, and we're saying this, and the pundits are praising Kai if they were, you need to look at yourself in the mirror. You need to look at yourself in the mirror. Then West Ham players stood up to be Kai today. You lot didn't. I don't want to hear about, oh, we got bigger fish to fry. We're focusing. You're a footballer. How many active footballers actually win trophies? Regardless. I know as fans we're very snooty and things, but yeah, Zinchenko is a liability at times, but he's one of them. We know what you give us. You know what you can't do. You can improve defensively. You said you know how to do it, but it is what it is. Like, Timber couldn't come back soon enough. Eddie was poor today. It was me, D, man. Big up Queen of the South. Havertz, Fabio, Jorginho, Eddie is not good enough for Arsenal. We haven't won this cup since 1993. Disgraceful performance. I like Fabio, but you're not 30, innit? You're a squad done. You know, I like Eddie, but you're not 30. Havertz, you were 30 today, but the jury's still out. And at the end of the day, 3 of those signings were Mikel Arteta signings. Eddie, you're still in the team because he rocks with you and whatnot. But yeah, Kudus is a quality player, man. Why not play a proper back four that can actually defend and have Zinchenko in the 8 being an extra man? I don't know why Zinchenko's never played as a midfielder really for Arsenal like that, or for City really, but there's got to be something. But God forbid, if there's more injuries, now we don't know where we're at with Smith Rowe. You're looking at Kirior and Benjamin White and Zinchenko as midfield options. Eddie played like a player who expected the others to do work for him. He knows Jesus is out and his position isn't under threat. I hear that. I think Eddie was a victim of a lack of service. Second half, everyone fell off. Tomiyasu should be the first choice left back. I think, as we've seen throughout the season, there's different flavors of the month. I think Kai tried to make it happen, man. And he put in a shift defensively. Again, the bar's in hell because we're praising man for running about and that. But anyone that's watched Kai Havertz for the last couple of games for Arsenal and probably his 2 years or so at Chelsea, is where it is. But I don't think Kai Havertz deserves to be the man to be spoken about, really, or the talking point. So many issues. We'll never compete on 4 fronts because the squad is paper thin. Vieira and Havertz made Eddie Trossard and Nelson look bad. I'd slightly disagree. If you didn't look good today, it's because of you. Away from home, you can't get bullied away from home. You have to physically dominate or match them. We did neither. How many games does Havertz needs to settle in? Time to cut our losses. Smith Rowe over Havertz all the time. Well, generally, Kai Havertz has looked meaty. Joe Willock has scored. It's 3-0 against Man United. At least, we're leaving with something, Halen. We're leaving with something, Joe Willock. At least an Arsenal midfielder's turned up today. We're leaving with something. Wondergaard goal, Joe Willock scoring. I'm leaving with something today, man. But yeah, like, they're all meaty. Like, you make yourself look good. When Kai is your best player today, you know we did poor. I'm not gonna lie. If Jorginho, I'm being harsh to Jorginho, but if Jorginho, Reece Nelson, and Kai Havertz look wavy, you're in problems. And again, I'm more concerned about the injuries to Smith Rowe, Partey, and Broadley Jesus because of knock-on effects. And you look at our midfield, it's mediocre, man. It's mediocre. I got a video coming out where maybe Odegaard should play in the left side today. I haven't done a thumbnail for it, but we need to pray. If you, whatever gods you lot follow, you need to pray, bro, because there's a lot of football until January at the latest. Like the midfield options are horrible. Like, I'm a broken record. Anyone that's been following me for years, I keep saying this about our midfield. We're gonna live or die by midfield. And as someone said, when it comes to, I'm not gonna say we can't match them physically, because to a point we can. But it feels like with the midfield options we've got, the lightweight dons, we can only play a certain way for now. And El Nene couldn't be fit soon enough, really. You're going to be needed, man. But look at what I'm saying. You know, El Nene's a player on the peripheral things. And also, he's been out for about 10 months. Peak, man. Oh, man. There's only 3 things that can make me feel better right now, and I don't think I can say them on YouTube still. Oh man. Hate to lose, anger rising. We lost every battle out there. Football, technical, fighting, all of it, man. We lost everything. Arteta halftime changes and probably that. I'm really looking at Arteta for the 15 minutes at halftime and the 5 to 10 minutes after this in the second half, man. Odegaard's been fine. Who said Odegaard don't turn up away from home? We're leaving with something, man. Man said Havertz chasing back was like the lad stole his mobile phone. Havertz in attack is like he's lost his phone. With Havertz, like, and these kind of players, it's like it takes me back to Willian. I don't get angry at the Don no more. Like, you didn't pick yourself. You're not trying to play poor. Who's more at fault, manager or the players? The players, undoubtedly. But I can't keep bigging up the gaffer when he plays. And then when we lose, it's all the players. But the players, like, I don't think you lot don't care and stuff. But that weren't a performance of somebody who don't care. You know, Arteta's already won us a trophy. A couple of them. So, yeah. Scared for this weekend if Newcastle can get a dub like that while resting. Right? And speaking of resting, they're taking off Gordon. Yeah, pick up the irons, man. Pick up the irons. Who have you lot got next? You know what, West Ham fans? Just make sure, you know, you lot ain't played Spurs yet, have you? Make sure you take 6 points off them, man. And it wouldn't surprise me if West Ham respectfully go lose to Brentford or whoever they've got next. But yeah, you lot got Spurs away on the 7th of December. Make sure you lot do them in, please. Party is important, but it's always the players that are not involved. Then you're right, but these guys will still be meaty. Timber Sly might have been the first choice left back. He might have been, and the thing with Timber, obviously, he can do that. Not to Zinchenko standard, but he can do all of that inverted crap, and he's stronger 1v1. That was one of the first things I said when we signed Timber in big games. Which you can say this ain't a big game. You can say this isn't a big game. He's stronger defensively. Because the way I'm looking at Zinchenko, well, you need to only be playing Sheffield United. The games where we have the bulk of possession, and I actually felt early doors, Zinchenko actually improved defensively. Now it's terrible. It could be worse, though. Like, we could be bringing on, you know, Bruno Fernandes, and he could be our captain. Boy. Second youngest in the squad, but it's meaty, man. I hear that, man. Newcastle are looking good. I'm not trying to play these, man. Havertz has no conviction. It ain't ever coming. Badly profiled, waste of funds. Havertz slide been decent past few games. It's been okay. That was the first game. I'm like, okay, Havertz, I allow you today, innit? Won us a trophy with a squad that wasn't his. It weren't his when we beat City. But I don't care about bigger fish to fry, man. Like, let's just fry the fish in front of us, innit? I'm on the verge of saying El Nene Rice pivot for Newcastle. To be fair, if El Nene can get through 78 minutes, I'm not against it. I won't cap. I'm not against it. Which is why I said we needed to move for midfielders. But as much as this football team, I love it, and I can take winning, losing, and drawing, and it does make me upset and sour with the way we've dealt with. I always find solace in that. In life, yeah, you should only. You can't. There's a certain point of getting upset. I can't control this. I can't speak to Arteta and ask what happened. I can't speak to the players. I love this football club, and I'm gonna watch the game again. Like I said, people, it's crazy, isn't it? I know. It's a madness, but I can't control it. So it is what it is, man.